Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome along to 2025. This year is going to be a great year for Munro Bagging. I am currently not in the Highlands of Scotland. I am currently in West Lothian doing a nice little dog walk up a local wind farm. Hoping to reach and catch up with Matthew and his kids. Maybe do some sledging. But in the meantime, I thought I'd give a great time to give an overview of what 2024 was for me in terms of Munros. Because if you told me this time last year that I would have climbed 10 Munros in 2024, I would have thought you were nuts, honestly. But I'm actually looking forward to this year. You know, properly planning, proper camps, everything. Really looking forward to it. So I thought I'd give a brief overview of what 2024 entailed for me, because I had originally only signed up to do Ben Nevis through my work. A bunch of us were going to do it whilst raising funds for Macmillan Cancer Support. However, I thought, you know, probably should get some training done, because I'm not the best. For the past 20 years I've been stuck in an office working away on computers, and you know, call it midlife crisis, call it what you will. I'm really looking forward to this new challenge and getting out there. So 2024 was when I turned 40, so what, you know, tick one thing off the bucket list: climb Ben Nevis. Perfect. So I thought I'd better do some training beforehand. So I'd enlisted the help of my friend Matt to build me up to doing Ben Nevis. I knew I probably couldn't do it straight away. Now, Matt and I do pretty much daily dog walks, 5k a day, on the flat, nothing spectacular. But over the past couple of years, it's definitely got my fitness up. I managed to complete the mighty hike 2 years in a row. But when I went to do Ben Lady with Matt, probably back in June, I think, maybe last year, I was not prepared in the slightest. I went out the same pace we would do our dog walks at, and within a mile I was on my arse, hanging out. I was absolutely hanging out. Did not want to be there. If I'd bent myself, I would have turned back. The fact I went with Matt and the dogs, I kind of had to do it. But see, when I got to the top, it was just fantastic. The buzz, unbelievable. I really wanted to do more, because when I got down to the bottom, yeah, my knees absolutely were killing me, in agony. I was actually in my back to my calves. I longed for an uphill again because there was that much steep downhill. I just wasn't used to that kind of work. But I wanted to do more. I thought, right, I need to get fitter. If I'm going to do this Ben Nevis, I can't chicken out now. I need to do it. So I thought I need to do at least a Munro. Let's build up to it. So I've done Ben Lady, not quite a Munro, but it's still pretty steep in my opinion. Let's go and do one while I'm on holiday up in Aviemore with some while I'm up in Aviemore on a holiday, a family holiday with a couple of other families. We rented out a big massive Airbnb called The Wilds, and we decided whilst I was up there that the closest Munro, or the easiest Munro, was Sigorgal. I think that's how it's pronounced. So myself and one other person, Andy Baird, was the only other volunteer to come with me. So off we went. Off and did Sigorgal. And you know, it was actually it was easier than I expected. Yes, it was hard. Very hard in places, long slog. But I was actually pretty good. Now, I've actually stopped here Guess who we've got? Got Matt and his two kids, Cody and Dexter. So I'll stop for a wee chat with them and have a catch up beneath the windmill. Alright boys, so where are we? Yeah, managed to do Sigurgauth. That was fantastic. Kids doing some stuff. Yeah, so from that I definitely thought, right, no, fitness is alright. It's hard but doable. The next day I was totally fine. So on to Ben Nevis. Now I think it was 10 of us total decided to go up. You can read all about it. But basically we'd set a date and for the fundraising and stuff, so it was, the date was kind of set in stone. I'd done all the leaflets and charity stuff and whatnot, so people were expecting us to do it. But then the day came, even though it was in August 31st, the weather was atrocious. It wasn't too bad down low, but as soon as we got up high, you're talking, it was -6, 40 mile/hour winds, and I stupidly hadn't brought any gloves, couldn't feel my fingers at all, really did not want to be there, and that was a hard slog. I really didn't enjoy it. I ended up doing it, most of it by myself, after snapping one of my walking poles and deciding to take it a bit slower. I ended up doing most of it by myself. Definitely want to do that again, redemption. So I was kind of annoyed it wasn't the experience I'd looked for at all, or I'd hoped for. So the very next weekend after Ben Nevis, Matt and myself decided to go up and do Ben Glass and Ben Lors. Now the weather was not good for that either, but I had a much better time. Just putting down with the nice views here. I think I'm going to have to turn around and head back. I don't want to get too far up and then have to head back in the dark. Look at that, gorgeous. Anyway, so we managed Ben Glass and Ben Lors, and I really enjoyed it, even though the weather wasn't great. It was raining for most of it. I had my waterproofs on and that, and I still enjoyed it. It was actually good, much easier on the knees than Ben Nevis. After Ben Nevis, I could not walk for 2 days afterwards. I could not walk. My knees were in bits coming down all those steps. Just too much impact. So I'd love to do Ben Nevis again, and definitely do it via the CMD route. We'll see. We'll do that at some point again. When I do Carnmore Gerarg. Carnmore? The pronunciations have really got me. It's like learning a new language. It's Gaelic, for goodness sake. But I feel it's my duty as a proud Scotsman to learn these pronunciations for all these hills I'm doing. So I'm going to try my best. So after Ben Lors and Ben Glass, what did we try next? Nathan really wanted to do some, and I thought I would challenge him with Ben Honze. It's an easy one, I know, but we chose to get up at 4 in the morning because we had plans for the rest of the day. He really wanted to do it, and I thought, well, fine, you're going to do it, we'll do it the hardest way possible, get him up early doors. And he actually really enjoyed it. It wasn't that bad, and he managed it no problem at all. Yeah, it was a bit cloudy and misty, we did not get to see any views whatsoever, but he really enjoyed it, and it didn't put him off. So I kind of hoped it might have. But he seemed to really enjoy it and wanted to do another one. Oh, kids there. So after Ben Honze, Matt and I went and we looked at Ben Vorlich and Stuka Croyne. Now, that pair's normally done together, isn't it, Matt?
What's that, sorry?
Ben Vorlich and Stuka Croyne's normally done as a pair.
Yeah, aye. Unless, depends what you're after. If you're after a scramble, then that's the best two to do together. But if you just want a nice, easy Munro and down, then Ben Vorlich's the one to do on its own.
Which we saw quite a lot of people doing, just going up doing Ben Vorlich and then straight back down again.
Aye.
We definitely wouldn't recommend the descent we went down. Actually, after Ben Glass and Ben Lors, Matt and I decided to go and do Buchel Etive Moor, which consists of Stoke Gerrard and Stoke na Broig, and two other peaks, which should be Munros themselves, given how hard that one was. But it's one of those mountains where I've seen it so many times driving up through Glencoe, up towards Fort William, and it's always the first mountain you look at and you go, I really want to climb that. So it was on my bucket list, my choice. So we went up. It took us 2 hours to get up to the top of the first Munro, but it was hard. We got an absolutely fantastic day for it. Really, really lucky. The hill was very, very busy. By the end of that day, the descent almost killed me. That was a really steep descent down on my bum at some points, sliding down just to get down safely. But at the end, when we got down, we ended up celebrating with a bit of a wild swim, which was just fantastic. Really want to do stuff like that again. So yeah, that was probably one of the best days of the hills. It was really, really good. So we'd kind of thought of that, Ben Vorlich, Stoke Croyne. I really enjoyed the scramble on that. The scramble on that was fantastic. Looking back, the return route was very, very boggy, and I did not enjoy that. So the plan for the next one, those two were Matt's choice. Next one was mine, and Nathan had been bugging me lots to go on another Munro adventure, and I really was hoping that he would get to see a proper clear view, because when we went up Ben Hornsey with him, he didn't see anything. He really wanted to see a cloud inversion, get views for the top of Munro. So we picked Meal and Tarmachan because we knew we'd been up the Lors Range before with the dogs. We could take the dogs with us. We knew they'd be fine. And we decided, after watching Scottish Munro Journey, that the clockwise version was probably the best one to go. We could have a long walk out and a really short walk to finish once we'd done the ridge. Now, when we first said it, we drove through rain, cloud, mist, and it really was not looking like a good day. I really felt for Nathan. But see, when we actually got up onto the ridge and got up and out of the clouds, it was just the most spectacular inversion I've ever seen in my life. It was just phenomenal. I've never seen like that anything outside of an airplane. To actually see an inversion like that with your own eyes is just fantastic. Scrambles again were excellent, not too tricky. Nathan really enjoyed it himself, even with some unorthodox using his knee to get up some of them and some of the climbs. But that was a really good day, and I'm so just great memories of that, making memories with my son, and I know he'll remember that one. So I think that was probably the best memories, was the last one. And I thought, right, we'll end 2024 on that high note, not do any more, because that was into November and the weather had been really good. But again, we're not quite set up for, we're amateurs. Hopefully over the next 5, 10, 20 years we'll learn the skills to be doing proper alpine stuff and proper climbs. I really look forward to that. I think something to aim for. But this year I really think plans. I want to do a wild camp. I've done wild camp before, not in the Highlands. I've done wild camping when I was Duke Edinburgh Boys Brigade, but nothing like what I'm hoping for. So I want to go up and do Cairngorm and do Ben McDoughy wild camp, and then go around and do the other quite a few around there. Devil's Point, I think it's there. I think that would be really, really good to do. Also, Ring of Steel. I heard that one's good. Liathak, however you pronounce it. I'd love to do that, but I don't think quite there yet. Same with the Anakeekish Ridge. That looks amazing, but I don't think we're there yet. Maybe next year, or towards the end of this year, depending on how we go. But that's what I'm really looking forward to. I want to definitely try and complete the Lors Range and get over. I've not done Ben Lomond yet. I want to do Ben Lomond with Nathan, and we'll go up Ptarmigan Ridge. Is this P silent? I don't know. Ptarmigan Ridge? Need to look that one up. Anyway, I better go and catch up if my dog chases towards me. Let these guys catch up with me. And I look forward to seeing you all, hopefully, out on the hills. I'll be the one wearing all Jack Roskin stuff and the bright red shoes. How do you see them? My bright red shoes. Anyway, have a good one, guys. I'll see you in the next video.